I'm going to need some editing software for this, because if I'm going to make this into a video, I am definitely going to need to edit the first part of that together with the other part. What's it called? The first turnabout. Okay. Okay, now let me change the category to Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney Trilogy. Here we go. Alright, let me... Ace Attorney Trilogy. Okay, perfect. Save that. Let me reload the page. Want to see if the stream title changed. Yep, there we go. Okay. Alright, now I'm going to bring up Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney. Oh, there it is, I think. Yep, there we go. Okay. And I'm going to... Yeah, give me 1 second, and I'll be right there. Yeah, this one... So, this game originally came out in 2001. Which was quite a while ago. Let me make sure this is... Could probably change this to like... Wow. It's a lot louder than the other one. Okay. Yeah, 90, perfect. V-Sync is on. Perfect. Oh, backspace. Okay. Now, I'm going to capture Phoenix Wright Trilogy. Alright, can you see that okay, Jake? Perfect. Okay, here we go. Let's get this one started. Now, new game. We start off by playing the first ever effectively in 2001. Released the game and it was only released in Canada, if I remember correctly. And it was such a hit there. So then eventually they localized it, brought it to here for, I want to say the Nintendo DS. I think that's what this was. So, as you can already kind of tell, it has a different graphical look than the Great Ace Attorney Chronicles we were just playing. This game... Oh, okay, the game's too loud? Alright, yeah. Okay. How's that? Did that do anything? Is that still too loud? Good? Okay, perfect. Alright, yeah, so as you can see, this already has a different graphical look than the Great Ace Attorney. Oh, perfect, okay. Yeah, so, and the reason being is because this was made for the Nintendo DS, which had a lot less graphical capabilities than the Nintendo 3DS. So, not a lot could be done with this game. But then, when this trilogy came out, they made the first trilogy into an HD trilogy for the Nintendo DS or 3DS, if I remember correctly. And then, a couple years ago, when did this come out? Just give me 1 second. Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney Trilogy. Here we go. This trilogy came out in no, there's no way. When did the Ace Attorney Trilogy release on PC, Xbox, and PlayStation? Okay, so the Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney Trilogy was released on PC, Xbox One, and PlayStation 4 in early 2019. So, this game is from 2019. Although it came out, the first trilogy, the first Ace Attorney Trilogy that they did, was in 2014. Let me go back. For Nintendo 3DS, iOS, and Android. So, that was quite a while ago. Anyway, sorry, I'm probably wasting time, but hey, I like talking about this, like, game history and stuff like that. Alright, here we go. Gonna go to the First Turnabout. And all of this takes place in what people call Japanifornia. So it's like half Japanese-ish and half United States-ish. Oh, hello there, Knife King. Yes, actually, I am...
Knife King 23
I've
just followed.
played the Ace Attorney
Welcome.
Trilogy before.
Glad to have you.
But I am playing this again. So, yes. And thanks for stopping in. I'm glad someone else is in here. Alright, so now we have our culprit here. Oh, there we go. Boy, am I nervous. Yeah, actually, I have played through the entire series. I got the Apollo Justice Trilogy when it came out back in January of last year, if I remember correctly. And that probably became my favorite trilogy of the whole series. Especially the last game. I feel like Spirit of Justice was such a good ending to the series. I know a lot of people didn't really enjoy the 3D ones as much as like the first three and then Apollo Justice, but I feel like they still did really good in Dual Destinies and Spirit of Justice. And also, please excuse my lady voice. I'm not that good at doing lady voices, so hopefully you get a laugh out of it. Right! Oh, hiya, Chief. Whew, I'm glad I made it on time. Well, I have to say, Phoenix, I'm impressed. Not everyone takes on a murder trial right off the bat like this. It says a lot about you, and your client as well. Thanks. Actually, it's because I owe him a favor. A favor? You mean, you knew the defendant before this case? Yes. Actually, I kind of owe my current job to him. He's one of the reasons I became an attorney. Well, that's news to me. Yeah, the seances were quite a bit rough. I feel like there were a lot of mechanics in the last two games that weren't as good, but when Phoenix Wright was in Dual Destinies again, I am so glad they brought the Psyche locks back. Those were probably one of my favorite mechanics of the game. I especially love the anime cutscenes. I feel like that was a really good addition to the game as well. Yeah, they definitely could have planned those a little bit better. I want to help him out any way I can. I just really want to help him. I owe him that much. It's over. My life, everything, it's all over. Is that your client screaming over there? Oh, is that the one with Mr. Rias? Is that right? The magical turnabout, was that where Trucy was being blamed? Yeah, okay, yeah. Yeah. The dusting in Apollo Justice, I feel like, was a lot better than... I don't like that they added the... I don't remember if it was Apollo Justice or if it was Dual Destinies that had the bottle, and you only had a certain amount of fingerprint powder. That was horrible. Yeah, it's him. Death, despair. Oh, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna die. Sounds like he wants to die. Yeah. Nick. Hey there, Larry. Dude, I'm so guilty. Tell him I'm guilty. Give me the death sentence. I ain't afraid to die. What? What's wrong, Larry? Oh, it's all over. I'm finished. Finished. I can't live in a world without her. I can't. Who took her away from me, Nick? Who did this? Oh, Nick, you gotta tell me. Who took my baby away? The person responsible for your girlfriend's death? Oh, yeah. I actually, before I turned on the Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney trilogy, I was replaying the Great Ace Attorney. We were doing the second case with like on the boat with Herlock Sholmes, and I just, for some reason, I was just getting kind of bored of it. Not because it's a bad game or whatnot, just I've played through that one quite a few times, so I just wanted to try something else. And yeah, hopefully we get some news about Ace Attorney 7. I'm still kind of on my toes after playing through the Apollo Justice trilogy. I'm like, they have to do it. Hopefully Shu Takumi can come back for it, but I understand that if he wants to do something else as well. The newspapers say it was you. Yeah, Ryunosuke is so good, especially since he wasn't really supposed to be one. Phoenix Wright was written to be a lawyer, but Ryunosuke was just a normal schoolboy until the whole trial with him came out. And plus, I just love the I can't figure out the word, but the banter between him and Herlock, or Sholmes, whatever. It's just so much better than Phoenix and Maya. My name is Phoenix Wright. Here's the story. My first case is a fairly simple one. A young woman was killed in her apartment. The guy they arrested was the unlucky sap dating her. Larry Butts. Yes. Yeah, Ryunosuke is definitely, I can definitely see him as Miles. Which, I mean, I understand that Phoenix needs to bluff a lot, but it's like, lawyers wouldn't do that in a trial. I feel like with Ryunosuke, they were able to go a lot more realistic than they did with Phoenix. Which, I mean, isn't a bad thing. It definitely makes the difference between them, but definitely makes Ryunosuke better than Phoenix. Larry Butts, my best friend since grade school. Our school had a saying, when something smells, it's usually the butts. In the 23 years I've known him, it's usually been true. He has a knack for getting himself in trouble. One thing I can say though, it's usually not his fault. He just has terrible luck. But I know better than anyone that he's a good guy at heart. That, and I owe him one, which is why I took this case to clear his name. And that's just what I'm gonna do. Also, I don't know if it's just me, but I feel like the puns and the jokes were a lot better in later games than earlier games. Like, yes, yeah. Ryunosuke would definitely beat Phoenix in a legal battle. Which, that makes me want to watch the little the little movie thingies with him, with Ryunosuke, I think, in the future. If I remember correctly, I think the Great Ace Attorney Chronicles had something that kind of showed him in the future against Phoenix, but it was all like in Japanese. I'll have to relook into that, but if I remember right, that's what it was.
Court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Larry Butts.
And Knife King, I don't know if you've seen the anime for Phoenix Wright, but that anime is kind of... Oh, wow. That's kind of sad. I feel like if Phoenix met his ancestor, he wouldn't really be making fun of him. Oh, you haven't watched the anime. Okay, well, the anime was pretty much just the first 3 games redone into anime form with like 1 or 2 added cases that weren't in the original games. But the anime is actually where I got the voice for Prosecutor Payne. So I am so sorry if I hurt your ears with this voice. The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. I don't remember, because it's been at least a year or so since I've watched the anime, back when Funimation was around. Because I think they had it on there for free. But now it's like you have to pay for Crunchyroll and all that kind of stuff, and I can't. With my current situation right now, I can't really do that, but if I remember it, I think they made it a bit easier to be to watch or to see it or whatnot. The defense is ready, Your Honor.
Mr. Wright, this is your first trial, is it not?
Yes, Your Honor. I'm a little nervous.
Your conduct during this trial will decide the fate of your client. Murder is a serious charge. For your client's sake, I hope you can control your nerves.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Mr. Wright, given the circumstances, I think we should have a test to ascertain your readiness.
Really? To be honest, I really enjoyed Turnabout Serenade. I don't know what it was about that. I know a lot of people hate that case, but that was honestly one of my favorites. Especially so I think my favorite cases of the Ace Attorney games were Turnabout, or Bridge to the Turnabout, which was the last one in this trilogy. And I don't remember what the last one of Spirit of Justice was called, but that one was a really good one too. I really enjoyed that one. That took me about 24 to 48 hours to complete, so definitely one of the longest cases of Ace Attorney history. Yes, Your Honor. Hands shaking, eyesight fading.
The test will consist of a few simple questions. Answer them clearly and concisely. Please state the name of the defendant in this case.
Okay. The defendant is Larry Butts. The defendant? Well, that's Larry Butts, Your Honor.
Correct. Just keep your wits about you and you'll do fine. Next question. This is a murder trial. Tell me, what's the victim's name?
Well, okay, now let's pause here for a second because I want to talk about the games a little bit more. So, what was your favorite game what was your favorite Ace Attorney game? Turnabout for the Ages, that was a good one. Farewell My Turnabout, oh my gosh, I forgot about that one. That one was so good. And what about number 3? Oh, is that one that you can't say because of like spoilers or what? But yeah, Farewell My Turnabout. Oh my gosh, that one was a trip. I loved that one.
This is a murder trial. Tell me, what's the victim's name?
Whew, I know this one. Glad I read the case report cover to cover so many times. It's... Wait. Oh, yeah. Yeah, the Eeny Meeny case was really good, and the Mask case was really good, too. I think the only thing I hated about the Mask case was how whiny Ron was. It definitely matched his character, but I feel like they leaned into that a little too much. I don't know if that's just me or what, but... It's... Wait. Uh-oh. No way. I forgot. I'm drawing a total blank here.
Phoenix, are you absolutely sure you're up to this? You don't even know the victim's name?
Oh, the victim. Of course I know the victim's name. I, just forgot. Oh my gosh. Yes. Yeah, the Phantom. Honestly, when that came around to who that was, I was so shocked. Because I don't want to say the name for spoilers, but that person was, you knew that person for quite a while. So it's like you got to know them. And then it turns out that you didn't know them at all. That was so cool. I always loved that's why I liked Farewell My Turnabout so much, because you knew the culprit for so long, thinking they're a good guy, and then all of a sudden they twist it on you and make it so... I know! I wonder what happened to him, why they wrote him off. I wonder if he... I mean, the internet says he probably died from eating too many instant noodles, but I feel like that wouldn't happen to him. I don't know. I wonder why they wrote him off. It's just so sad. He was one of my favorite characters. I just forgot. Temporarily.
I think I feel a migraine coming on. Look, the victim's name is listed in the court record. Just press the tab.
Okay, yeah. So then, if he's referenced, why not just add him in? That's so weird. Like, he's in, the Investigations games a lot. Which, I know that those take place between the first Trilogy games. But it's like, why in the world would you write such a good character off? I wonder if it's, like, if that's when, like, Shu Takumi left, and they just didn't want to add him in there anymore, or what, but...
Just press the tab button to check it at any time, okay?
Oh, I know! That always bugged me too. Why wouldn't you give the card back? That would have been so cool to see.
Remember to check it often. Do it for me, please. I'm begging you.
Mr. Wright, who is the victim in this case?
Okay, so now we're gonna check the court record, and we're gonna check this autopsy report. Okay, so as you can see up here, Cindy's autopsy report. So, needless to say, her name's probably Cindy. So, let's go back. Yeah, they definitely ruined Francisca's character there. But I feel like they made up for it in terms of Edgeworth. Because having Edgeworth play as the defense for that one part of it, that was so cool. Seeing how Edgeworth got to work out stuff and all that. Alright, so now, the victim's name, we remember her name is Cindy, so it has to be Cindy Stone. The victim's name is Cindy Stone.
Correct. Now tell me, what was the cause of death? She died because she was...
And as we saw in there as well, she was hit with a blunt object. She was struck once by a blunt object.
Correct. You've answered all my questions. I see no right reason why we shouldn't proceed. You seem much more relaxed, Mr. Wright. Good for you.
Thank you, Your Honor. But because I don't feel relaxed, that's for sure. Also, please excuse me if I make any mess up while reading. Usually, I don't do that good reading out loud, but I try my hardest.
Well then, first, a question for the prosecution. Mr. Payne?
Yes. Yeah. Yep. Yeah. I mean, the investigations games were definitely really good, but those, I mean, and I loved them as games, but I feel like those aren't my favorites. Yeah, that's true. Because the Great Ace Attorney games, I'm still kind of working my way through the second one. I'm still on case 2 of the second game. I think it was case 2 with Sosuke Natsume, and William Shakespeare. But that was, so far the second game has been so good. Yes, Your Honor.
As Mr. Wright just told us, the victim was struck with a blunt object. Would you explain to the court just what that object was?
The murder weapon was the statue of the thinker. It was found lying on the floor next to the victim.
I see. The court accepts it into evidence.
Statue added to the court record.
Right. Be sure to pay attention to any evidence added during the trial. That evidence is the only ammunition you have in court. Use the tab button to check the court record frequently.
So, Knife King, how did you find my channel? Just curious. And the Great Ace Attorney is the perfect combination of silliness, but also being good in dark moments? Yes. Yeah. There was a moment recently when I really thought that. But I can't remember what it was.
Mr. Payne, the prosecution may call its first witness.
The prosecution calls the defendant, Mr. Butts, to the stand.
Chief, what do I do now? Oh, well, thank you for stopping in. I'm glad I have a new person coming to watch. I hope you enjoy your time here.
Pay attention. You don't want to miss any information that might help your client's case. You'll get your chance to respond to the prosecution later, so be ready.
Oh, yes. I 100% agree with that. That Ryunosuke should have been a Apollo ancestor. Yeah, I feel like in terms of backstories, Apollo didn't have very good ones. It was like they tried to do one, and then they just totally abandoned it. Then they tried to do another one and abandoned that one too, and then did the third one and abandoned that. So it's like it's kind of like a relationship. He was the third wheel in the relationship between him and Athena and Phoenix. Sorry, brain melt there for a second, but
Let's just hope he doesn't say anything unfortunate.
uh-oh, Larry gets excited easily. This could be bad.
Mr. Butts, is it not true that the victim had recently dumped you? Hey, watch it, buddy. We were great together. We were Romeo and Juliet, Cleopatra and Mark Antony. Didn't they all die? Oh my gosh, yes.
Yeah, we need to have that if they make Ace Attorney 7. Phoenix needs to tell Apollo that he's related to Trucy. While I do believe that the writing definitely wasn't as good without Shu Takumi, I still feel like the last two games were some of my personal favorites in the series.
I wasn't dumped. She just wasn't taking my phone calls or seeing me, ever. What's it to you anyway? Mr. Butts, what you describe is generally what we mean by dumped.
Yeah, I wonder what I know they kind of completed her backstory in Dual Destinies, but it's like, okay, but then maybe you could add on to that in Spirit of Justice. Yeah, I forgot. That just stinks that she was not ever really the main defense attorney. Like, I know they wanted to bring Phoenix back for game 5 and 6, but I think it's a general consensus that they should have focused those games on Athena and Apollo and just have Phoenix there as more of a mentor rather than a lawyer again. Yes. Yeah. Although I do feel like Athena was a good-ish character. So I feel like having her in there was good, but they definitely could have done more with her after Dual Destinies.
In fact, she had completely abandoned you and was seeing other men. She had just returned from overseas with one of them the day before the murder. What do you mean, one of them? Lies! All of it, lies! I don't believe a word of it. Your Honor, the victim's passport. According to this, she was in Paris until the day before she died.
Yeah. Yes. Why? Why did they do that? Phoenix should have just seen that Athena and Apollo were both having trouble with the cases and just said, okay, yeah, here, this is what you guys need. You guys take over, and I'll just kind of be on the sidelines. Like this case, look at this one right here, the First Turnabout. He's doing this because Larry is being accused of murder. He has a personal connection to the case. And look at all the times he's defended Maya. A personal connection to the case. But once Athena and Apollo come in, and they have personal cases, he's like, no, I'm doing this. You guys, I don't care if it's personal to you, I'm doing it. Yeah. It's been really rough. Hopefully Shu Takumi can kind of come back for Ace Attorney 7 and just kind of fix whatever's been ruined. I know he only wanted to do 3 or 4 games, and then wanted it to be done, and Capcom was like, no, you need to make more. But it's like, hey, it's at that point it's money. But he's done good all the times that he's done the games, so I don't know. I hope he comes back. I feel like he's the only one who could fix it at this point.
Indeed, she appears to have returned the day before the murder.
Dude, no way! The victim was a model, but did not have a large income. It appears that she had several sugar daddies.
Oh gosh. Yeah. That one was something else. That case was definitely something else. It was good as like a filler case, but I feel like they didn't need to do filler cases like in these games. The first trilogy, whatever. There were I guess there were a lot of filler cases, but they weren't as they still had something to do with the overarching story. But with the filler cases in later games, they're just like, oh yeah, here's just something to fill the time. We have nothing else for the main overarching story. So we're just gonna pick this rather than do something related.
Daddies? Sugar? Yes, older men who gave her money and gifts. She took their money and used it to support her lifestyle.
Dude,
We can clearly see what kind of woman this Miss Stone was. Tell me, Mr. Butts, what do you think of her now? Right? I don't think you wanted to answer that question.
yeah, Larry has a way of running his mouth in all the wrong directions. Yes, yep. Well, not only that, people like clown girls with big you-know-whats. So that they kind of just fan serviced themselves in there. Yes, thank you. Yep, they were literally just balloons. Yeah. Yep. Just see, that was just fake, just to make her look more appealing to fans. My client had no idea the victim was seeing other men. That question is irrelevant to this case.
Oof! Dude, Nick, what do you mean irrelevant? That cheating she-dog. I'm gonna die. I'm just gonna drop dead. Yeah, and when I meet her in the afterlife, I'm gonna get to the bottom of this.
Monstrous Turnabout. Which one was that one? Was that in Investigate? Oh, no, that was the one with Ten Mataro, right? Ten Mataro and Nine-Tailed Fox? Yeah, okay, yeah. Yeah, I feel like that was a case where they were still just trying to get their footing for the new style. Which, I mean, doesn't take away from the fact that it was still not good, but honestly, this is going to sound really weird, but I'm one of those people that, yeah, that was definitely also another filler. I feel like my worst character is, what was his name? LaBelle? Something like that? I forgot his name. The perfume guy. Well, yeah. Yep, perfume guy. Yeah. Like, I don't... Florent LaBelle, thank you, yes, yeah. Again, their obsession with clowns they literally make him look like the Joker in the very end of the case. It's like, really? What in the world? Well, what did you guys do? Oh gosh, yeah. Yeah. Even though he's still a horrid character, Wesley Stickler is a little bit better. I just don't like the way he was written. Wesley Stickler, I mean. Yeah. Which, I mean, like this well, they did that for this first game too, because with this one, you know that Frank Sawit was the killer. And then in the second case, you know, gosh, what's his name? The guy with the pink hair. Sparkles. Gosh, my brain is not working right now. But you know, yeah, Red White, thank you. Yeah, you know him too. Which, I feel like doing that for just the first case is good. Just to kind of give people the like the notion to know who did it, but now you have to figure out how he did it and why. And like just worrying about piecing together the evidence. But after that, after people already know how that works, I feel like you don't need to show the bad guy again, the culprit again. I feel like they kind of dropped the ball with that one.
Let's continue with the trial, shall we?
Yes. Yep. Exactly. That's my thinking too. Yeah. First game of the series. First game of... and I understand that they have to do that for the first case of each game. Because you never know when someone is gonna come in on the series. So that you kind of have to... And all the games, while still connected, they still are kind of their own games. So I understand that they have to do that for each first case, but after that, you don't need to do that. I believe the accused's motive is clear to everyone. Oh, yeah, like especially in open world games nowadays where in every new Ace Attorney game or just every new game in general?
Yes, quite.
Oh boy, this is so not looking good. Next question. Ace Attorney game, right? Yeah. But I mean, at the same time, like I said, I also kind of understand that because you never know when someone's gonna come into the series, so you kind of have to be ready for that as well. But for people who are returning, it's like, okay, can we please have the option to turn it off if we don't want it? That would be very helpful. You went to the victim's apartment on the day of the murder, did you not? Mm-hmm. Well, did you or did you not? Well, maybe I did and maybe I didn't. Uh-oh, he went. What do I do? Alright. Let's have him answer honestly. Yeah, that's definitely rough. I know, I'll send him a signal. Tell the truth. Yeah, I was there, I went.
Order! Well, Mr. Butts.
Dude, chill. She wasn't home, man. It's like I didn't see her. Your Honor, the defendant is lying.
Lying?
The prosecution would like to call a witness who could prove Mr. Butts is lying.
Well, that simplifies matters. Who's your witness?
And hopefully you're enjoying yourself with like all my voices and stuff. Okay. Oh, that's a good question. Who's the best prosecutor? I don't know. So far, I'm enjoying Barrick Von Zeeks, Van Zeeks, Von Zeeks, whatever. He's a really cool one. Um. Let's see. I did like Black Quill. He was a really good one. Of course, you can't forget about Miles Edgeworth. So I feel like my order right now would be Barrick Van Zeeks, Miles Edgeworth, Simon Blackquill, Nahuta Sudmati, which, sorry, side rant here. Did you know he was voiced by Matthew Mercer, actually? Which, that was so interesting when, yeah, he definitely wasn't the best character, but I just thought it was so cool that he was voiced by such a good voice actor. A big famous one, whatever.
The man who found the victim's body. Just before making the gruesome discovery, he saw the defendant fleeing the scene of the crime.
Order! Order in the court! Mr. Payne, the prosecution may call its witness.
Yes, Your Honor.
This is bad.
On the day of the murder, my witness was selling newspapers at the victim's building. Please bring Mr. Frank Sawit to the stand.
Although, okay, now, also, I feel like the Ace Attorney series is something that does puns so well. Especially name puns. Like with Mr. Frank Sawit, or Winston Payne. Or like in The Great Ace Attorney, Taketsuchi Ouchi. I just feel like they did those so well. I always love seeing the different names. Yeah, yep. Clavier was way better. I forgot about Clavier. He was really cool too.
Mr. Sawit, you sell newspaper subscriptions, is this correct?
Oh gosh. Oh yes, newspapers, yes.
Mr. Sawit, you may proceed with your testimony. Please tell the court what you saw on the day of the murder.
I was going door to door selling subscriptions when I saw a man fleeing an apartment. Franziska too. Oh, how did I forget about all these prosecutors? I guess I really needed to replay through these games. I thought he must be in a hurry because he left the door half open behind him. Thinking it strange, I looked inside the apartment. Then I saw her lying there, a woman, not moving, dead. Godot, oh! Okay, no, I changed my mind. Barrick Von Zeeks is not my favorite. Godot, for sure, is my favorite. Plus, his theme is probably my favorite of the whole series, too. He is one of the best prosecutor themes ever. I quailed in fright and found myself unable to go inside. I thought to call the police immediately. However, the phone in her apartment wasn't working. I went to a nearby park and found a public phone. I remember the time exactly. It was 1 p.m. The man who ran was, without a doubt, the defendant sitting right over there. Yep, best theme. Thank you for finally agreeing with me. I know a lot of people don't really like that theme, but I personally feel like that's the best theme of the game so far. Yep. And honestly, with the end of his story, I was feeling quite a bit sad. That is for sure. Godot probably had like the best, besides Miles. Godot probably had the best storyline.
Larry, why didn't you tell the truth?
I can't defend you against a testimony like that.
Incidentally, why wasn't the phone in the victim's apartment working?
Your Honor, at the time of the murder, there was a blackout in the building.
Yes, but didn't he get the death punishment? For some reason, I thought I remember him getting the death punishment.
Aren't phones supposed to work during a blackout?
Yes, Your Honor. However, some cordless phones do not function normally. The phone that Mr. Sawit used was one of those. Your Honor, I have a record of the blackout for your perusal. Also, like I keep saying, hopefully you're having a good time so far. I know my voices can probably be a bit annoying, but I feel like they definitely add more to the characters. But if hopefully you're having a good time with everything.
Now, Mr. Wright.
Yes. Oh, okay. Yeah. Oh, right. Yeah, Manfred von Karma got it. Yeah. Yes. Yes, Your Honor.
You may begin your cross-examination.
Cross-examination, Your Honor.
All right, Wright. This is it. The real deal.
What exactly am I supposed to do?
Why, you exposed the lies in the testimony the witness just gave.
Lies? What? He was lying?
Your client is innocent, right? Then that witness must have lied in his testimony. Or is your client really guilty?
Oh. Yeah. Yeah, I feel like Excelsius winner is the worst. Eustace really ended up with a bad hand there. I feel like he could have been way better if he didn't have a father like Excelsius winner.
Well, I prove he's not. You hold the key. It's in the evidence. Compare this witness's testimony to the evidence at hand. There's bound to be a contradiction in there. First, find contradictions between the court record and the witness's testimony. Then, once you found the contradicting evidence, present it and rub it in the witness's face.
Okay.
Open the court record with the tab button and then point out the contradictions in the testimony.
I was going door to door selling subscriptions when I saw a man fleeing an apartment. Okay, so usually for the newer people, I go through this and I have them pick, but you already know all the answers, so I think I'll just go ahead and solve these. Thought he must be in a hurry because he left the door half open behind him. Thinking it's strange, I looked inside the apartment. Okay, well, first off, let's look at the evidence. Time of death, 7:31, from 4 to 5 p.m., which, as we know, is not what he said the time of death was. Manfred hinted that he was a good prosecutor, broken by Excelsius. Would have been good, but ruined his character being complete evil. Yeah, I definitely agree with that. Thought to call the police immediately. However, the phone didn't work. Working. I remember the time exactly. It was 1 p.m. So, here's where we need to present the autopsy report. Oh, I'm so used to, because I'm doing this on the computer right now. So, like I said, I was just playing the Great Ace Attorney Chronicles, and in that game, the present button is R. So I just pressed R thinking the present button was R, but in this game it's E. You found the body at 1 p.m. You're sure? Yes, it was 1 p.m. for certain. I don't know. Frankly, I find that hard to believe. Although, okay. Going back to music real quick. I love all of the music in the Ace Attorney games. I have this music downloaded to my computer, and because in Grand Theft Auto 5 you can upload your own music to the game and listen to it through the radio. So I have the music from the first 5 games, and I just have that on the radio along with some other CDs I have, but I love whenever these songs come on. Definitely, probably some of the best music in video game history. Your statement directly contradicts the autopsy report. The autopsy notes the time of death at sometime after 4 p.m. There was no body to find at 1 p.m. How do you explain this 3-hour gap? Who's that? This is trivial. The witness merely forgot the time. Yeah. Yep. Yeah, because wasn't he friends with Von Karma? Which that would make them around the same age, wouldn't it? This is trivial. The witness merely forgot the time.
After his testimony, I find that hard to believe. Mr. Sawit, why were you so certain that you found the body at 1 p.m.?
Well, that's a really good question. Younger than someone calling him boy, yep. Oh. Okay, now, this is something I really hate with this first trilogy too. At this time, they didn't have the transcript button. So you couldn't go back and see what people said. Which is really annoying, especially for like people like Oldbag. Because like, oh my gosh. With her ranting, it is so hard to understand what she was saying, which is probably the point, but I also like to see what she's saying too.
That's all you have to do. Point out contradictions. Lies always beget more lies. See through one and their whole story falls apart.
Oh, right. Right. Yeah. That, okay. Wait, I remember now.
Would you care to give your testimony again?
Also, I feel like something that the Great Ace Attorney did way better than this game is the judge is way more normal than this judge, for lack of a better word. Yep, IS7. Yep, good example. But yeah, in the Great Ace Attorney, the judge is way more worried about the correct way of doing things rather than just letting people do testimony willy-nilly. You see, when I found the body, I heard the time. There was a voice saying the time. It was probably coming from the television. Oh, but it was 3 hours off, wasn't it? I guess the victim must have been watching a video of a taped program. That's why I thought it was 1 p.m. Terribly sorry about the misunderstanding.
I see. You heard a voice saying the time on a taped program. Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine the witness.
Right. You know what to do.
I've got this one. Also, yeah, not to promote or anything, but the judge is so annoying. You present good evidence, but if it has a hole, they say time for the verdict. Yes. Yeah. But, I mean, I understand that, but I also don't understand it at the same time. Like, I understand it because you have to know the explanation behind everything, and you have to know every detail, which is a really good way of doing things because that's very important. But it also is very annoying. Yeah. Oh yeah, but also, like I was saying, not to promote or anything, but if you are enjoying yourself, feel free to give me a follow or whatnot too. It just helps me out quite a bit. But yeah, that's all from that. I just wanted to throw that in there real quick. But you see, when I found the body, I heard the time. There was a voice saying the time. It was probably coming from the television. Oh, 1 second. Oh, but it was 3 hours off, wasn't it?
guess the victim must have been watching a video of a taped program. That's why I thought it was 1 p.m. Terribly sorry. Oh, I forgot we're on the... Gosh. Silly me. Okay, I guess the victim must have been watching a video of a taped program. But, as we saw, here, electricity was out from noon to 6 p.m. on the day of the crime. So, I'll press the enter button. There we go. Oh, shoot! I am so sorry. I had no idea the chat was on followers only. It makes sense, though, because in the past I have gotten a lot of bots in the chat, especially ones like... I always hate the ones that are like, oh yeah, here, we can do your stream elements. Like the whatever that's called, the background and stuff like that. So I get a lot of those, which is very annoying for me. But I am so sorry. Like I said, I had no idea. The prosecution has said there was a blackout at the time of discovery. And this record proves it. You couldn't have heard a television or a video. God!
The defense has a point. Do you have an explanation for this, Mr. Solwit?
No, I find it quite puzzling myself. Quite. Wait, I remember now.
Mr. Solwit, the court would prefer to hear an accurate testimony from the very beginning. These constant corrections are harming your credibility. That you seem rather distraught.
Oh, okay. Now, I have a question for you, Knife King. What? Pain bloodline in the games are 0 to 8? Sorry, I don't think I understand, but...
It, must have been the shock of finding the body.
Very well, Mr. Solwit. Let's hear your testimony. Once more, please.
Alright. Actually, I didn't hear the time. I saw it. There was a table clock. Oh. Yeah, like keeping score. Yeah. Yep. That's why Kazuma always said that the Ouchi clan would never be as good as the Naruhodo clan. But yeah, okay, back to this. I do have a question for you. Who is your favorite villain of the series? Who do you feel like... and then, follow-up question. Who is your favorite breakdown of the series? There was a table clock in the apartment, wasn't there? Yeah, the murder weapon. The killer used it to hit the victim. That must have been what I saw.
You saw a clock? I guess that would explain it. The defense may cross-examine the witness.
Gladly. Alright, here we go. So, now, this is a statue, which is the murder weapon. And it definitely is not a clock. Or if definitely was not admitted in the court record as a clock. So, what we're gonna do... Oh. The murder weapon. The killer used it to hit the victim. I think it's on this. Yeah, okay. Wait, just a moment. The murder weapon wasn't a clock. It was this statue. Now, how is this supposed to be a clock? What? You with your objections to your evidence. Just who do you think you are? Just answer the question, Mr. Solwit. Hey, I saw it there, okay? That's a clock.
Your Honor, if I may.
Yes, Mr. Payne?
As the witness stated, this statue is indeed a clock. The neck is a switch. You just tilt it and it says the time out loud. As it doesn't look like a clock, I submitted it as a statue. My apologies.
Okay, right there, Payne should have been tried for perjury. Or dismissed from the courtroom automatically, I feel like. If something... Favorite breakdown, the Phantom, right? Yep. Simon Saint as the villain from... Yep. Yeah. Oh my gosh, yeah, that was a good one. I didn't expect him at all either. That was such a good... Yeah, favorite breakdown too. Okay, so my favorite breakdown is probably the same as yours, the Phantom. But my favorite villain probably has to be Matt on Guard from Farewell My Turnabout. I don't know why, but that just left such an impression on me. That or Godot. They just both left such an impression on me that they've stuck around in my head for so long.
I see. So the murder weapon was a table clock after all. Well, Mr. Wright, it appears that the witness's testimony was correct. This is a clock. Do you have any problems with this testimony now?
Well, yes. Your Honor, there is a gaping hole in the witness's testimony. The only way he could have known the weapon of the clock is to hold it in his hand. Yet the witness testified that he never entered the apartment. Clearly a contradiction.
Indeed.
The witness knew it was a clock because he went into the apartment. Also, Knife King, I'm just very curious because I'm still kind of new to this whole streaming thing. When you followed, was there a notification on the screen? Because like I said, I'm still new to all of this, so I'm not really exactly sure if I set that stuff up right. You're lying. You were inside the apartment on the day of the murder. Right. Yeah. Well, yeah, I guess... Okay, well, I guess the better villain, I should say, is Dahlia. I just love how much Dahlia was in here. That was awesome. Dahlia / Iris. Okay, and good. Yeah, there was. Okay, perfect. Yeah, like I said, I'm still new to all this, so I'm not fully... I haven't fully looked into everything. Oh yeah, prove it. Prove I went in there. I'll do better than that. I can prove you were the one who killed her. You struck her with the clock, and the shock of the blow triggered the clock's voice. That was the sound you heard.
Order in the court. Intriguing. Please continue, Mr. Wright.
Yes, Your Honor. Mr. Sawit, the sound must have left quite an impression on you. Understandable, since the murder weapon spoke just as you hit the victim. That voice was burned into your mind. That's why you were so certain about the time.
What's the meaning in this? This is all baseless conjecture.
Baseless?
Just look at the witness's face.
Would the witness care to elaborate? Did you strike the victim with the clock?
That day... Wait, oh gosh. That's gonna happen quite a bit, as well. Sometimes I forget their voices. That day, I never... Look, the clock, I heard, no, I mean, I saw. Shut up. I hate you. It was him, I tell you. I saw him. What's quite based? If I may ask, I don't... He killed her and he should burn. Give him death. About my voices or what? Me forgetting them, I should say.
Order! Order in the court, I say!
Your Honor, a moment, please. There isn't a shred of evidence supporting the defense's claim.
Oh! No, that's a line in the game, isn't it? Right. Right. Yeah, I forgot. If I remember right, I think that's a line in the game.
Mr. Wright!
Your Honor?
You claim the sound the witness heard came from the clock. Do you have any evidence?
The whole case is writing on this. You better think it through carefully. Right. Right. Yeah. Okay. Your Honor, the sound Mr. Sowett heard was definitely this clock. The fact which is clear if you simply ask the neighbors. What in the world? Also, that's another thing that I love about these games so much. They always have the weirdest choices. Like this. Ask the neighbors. How would you ask the neighbors if they could hear a clock from a different room? Yeah, this is definitely the shortest case of the whole series. Especially if you play through the later ones. Like, the other day, or like for the past 3 streams, I've been doing the first case of the Great Ace Attorney. And my goodness, that took me like 6 hours, I think. No. Like 8? I want to say 7 or 8 hours streaming. Yeah, so this is definitely the shortest of the series. Let's sound the clock now, here in this court. Your Honor, may I have the clock? Also, I hate to be pointing out stuff like this, but I just think it's so silly. I don't think Phoenix is wearing gloves while he's handling the evidence, which is never a good sign. I asked the court to listen very carefully. I think it's 8:25.
That certainly is a strange way to announce the time.
Well, he is the thinker, after all.
So we've heard the clock. What are your conclusions, Mr. Wright?
Mr. Payne, can you tell me what time it is now?
It's 11:25.
Also, yep. Yeah. Also, if anything ever gets too loud, like my microphone or something, please let me know and I will fix that right away. I know I can get kind of loud with my voices sometimes, so if you feel like anything's too loud, please let me know. As you can see, this clock is exactly 3 hours slow. Precisely the discrepancy between what Mr. Sowett heard and the actual time of death. So, Mr. Sowett, try to talk your way out of this one. You forgot one thing. Uh-oh, what's he talking about now? Well, it may seem like that clock is running 3 hours slow. It proves nothing. How do you know it was running 3 hours slow on the day of the murder? If you can't prove that, you don't have a case. Yep. I feel bad for Maya. Always getting accused. Was right. How am I gonna prove that? Damn it, I was so close.
Mr. Wright, it seems you lack the critical evidence to support your claim.
Yes, Your Honor.
This means I cannot let you indict the witness.
See? Yeah, here's our point we were making. You made, whatever. It's just like, okay, yep, no evidence. Alright. Phoenix 3 times as well? Really? I don't remember that. Oh, okay, wait. So it was Turnabout Sisters. The first case of Apollo Justice. What was the third one?
Unfortunately, this ends the cross-examination of Mr. Frank Sowett.
I come all the way down here to testify, and look what happened. You treat me like a criminal. A criminal! Oh, right. Yeah. Phoenix. Right. Yeah. Feeny. Yep. Oh my gosh. That was a rough case. I hated seeing Phoenix as a crybaby. That was the worst, honestly. I mean, that was a good case, but I hated seeing Phoenix Wright as a crybaby. You lawyers are all slime. Ugh, I almost had him. Sorry, Larry. I failed you. There's nothing I can do about it now.
Not so fast, Mr. Solid.
Oh my gosh, yes. Honestly, that was peak Phoenix. Oh, okay. That just brought up another question I have. Yep, Mia comes to bail him out. But here's my question. Who are your top 3 hottest people of the Ace Attorney series? Mine are Apollo Justice Phoenix, Hobo Phoenix, as I like to call him, Herlock Sholmes, and gosh, who else? Probably Godot, or Miles. Although I do like Apollo too. Mia, I mean, Chief.
Listen up, Wright. Don't throw this one away. Not like this. Think.
But Chief, it's over. I can't prove the clock was slow the day of the murder. Oh yeah, like Nahuda was pretty nice looking too. Nobody can prove that.
Well, yes. But that doesn't mean you can't still win. Try thinking out of the box. Don't waste time doubting the facts.
Oh, I also forgot Gumshoe. Gumshoe is really hot too.
Don't waste time doubting the facts. Assume the clock was 2 hours slow and think through it. Ask yourself, why was the clock 3 hours slow? Figure out the reason and you'll have your proof. Right? Can you think of a reason as to why the clock would be 3 hours slow?
Yep.
Wait, maybe I can prove it. There must be evidence somewhere that can prove it, right? Find it and let them have it.
Now, Mr. Wright, you say the clock was already running slow on the day of the murder.
No. Wait, did Phoenix say that? I feel like that was Mia that said it. Not Phoenix.
Have you found evidence to support this claim?
Of course. There is a piece of evidence in the court record that can prove my claim beyond a doubt. Huh! Tough boy, let's see you pull this one off.
Let's see the evidence that proves why this clock was running slow.
And it's the passport.
Take that!
The victim had just returned home from abroad the day before the murder. As we all know, the time difference between here and Paris is 9 hours. When it's 4 p.m. here, it's 1 a.m. the next day there. The clock wasn't 3 hours slow, it was 9 hours fast. But yeah, for my #1 hottest, it probably has to be Hobo Phoenix. Like hands down. Hobo Phoenix is all the way. The victim hadn't reset her clock since returning home. That's why the time you struck her dead in her apartment was wrong. Proof enough for you, Mr. Stallwit? Or should I say, Mr. Did It? Ugh.
Oh, order! Order, I say! Well, this case has certainly turned out differently than we all expected. Mr. Payne, the witness!
He was arrested and has been taken away, Your Honor.
Very well. Mr. Wright?
Yes, Your Honor.
Let's say I'm impressed. I don't think I've ever seen someone complete a defense so quickly and find the true culprit at the same time.
Thank you, Your Honor.
At this point, this is only a formality, but this court finds the defendant, Mr. Larry Butts,
Not guilty. Also, honestly, I find Larry pretty handsome too.
and with that, this court is adjourned.
Turns out that Frank Sawit was a common burglar. He posed as a newspaper salesman and checked to see when people were out of the house. That day, when Larry went to her apartment, the victim wasn't home. After he left, Mr. Sawit let himself in to do his dirty work. While he was searching her place, the victim returned. Flustered, Mr. Sawit grabbed the nearest blunt object he could find. August 3rd, 2:32 p.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby Number 2. Ooh, I still can't believe we won.
Right, good job in there. Congratulations.
Thanks, Chief. I owe it all to you.
Not at all, not at all. You fought your own battles in there. It's been a while since I've seen a trial end on such a satisfying note.
I've never seen the Chief looking this happy. If she's this glad, imagine how Larry must feel.
My life is over.
Larry, you're supposed to be happy. What's wrong now? Aw, Nick. Don't worry about me. I'll be dead and gone soon. Good. Wait, no, I mean bad. Bad. Larry, you're innocent. The case is closed. But my Cindy Wendy's gone, man. Gone forever. Larry, she was a... Nah, never mind.
Congratulations, Harry.
Harry?
Yes, you. Practically see the headlines now. Harry Butts, innocent.
Okay, I'm an adult, and there is nothing funny about that right now. Oh my gosh. Thanks, I really owe you one. I won't forget this, ever. Let's celebrate. Dinner, movie, my treat.
Oh no, I couldn't.
Hey, I was the one who got you off the hook. Oh, hey. Also, that's something I don't really like too. How much Phoenix gets overlooked on stuff like this. Here, take this. It's a present.
A present for me? Hey, wasn't this the evidence that...
Actually, I made this clock for her. I made one for her and one for me.
Really? You made this? Well, thank you. I'll keep it as a memento.
Yo, Nick, can you believe it? I was so into that chick. And she was just playing me for a fool. Don't that make you just want to cry? Larry?
Are you so sure?
Excuse me?
I think she thought quite a lot of you, in her own way.
Nah, you don't gotta sympathize with me. It's okay.
Oh, I'm not just sympathizing, really. Isn't that right? Don't you have something to show your friend? Something that proves how she felt about it?
Huh? Oh yeah, right.
What the heck is she talking about?
And the answer is the clock. Check this out, Larry. Proof positive you weren't just some chump to her. Huh? What about that clock? This is the clock you made for her, Larry. And she took it with her when she traveled. Whatever, she probably just needed a clock. That's all. You think so? It's a pretty heavy clock to take traveling. In no order, okay. Nahuta, okay. Diego Armando. Juana Sky, okay. I can see that. Clavier, yeah. Thalassa, oh my gosh, yes. Yep. Oh, Shilong Lang, oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, don't even get me started. Miles Edwards 3D, oh, with those glasses. Oh my gosh. Yes, and yes. Adrian Andrews, okay, yeah, I can see that. Eeny, meeny, okay. Mad on guard, yep. Depends. Depends, though. Do you mean mad on guard evil or mad on guard nice? I feel like both of them are really nice looking. Ron, yeah. Desi, yep. Viola Cadaverini, yep. Aura Blackwell, okay, yep. Callisto Yu, yeah. Verity Gavel, oh, yeah, her too. Varric Von Thieves. Oh my gosh, yeah. Kazuma, yep. I feel like even Ryunosuke was pretty handsome in his own right. Yeah, those are all really good choices. Well, think of it what you will. Hey Nick, I'm glad I asked you to be my lawyer. Really, I am. Thanks. Hope that made him feel a little better.
Right? I hope you see the importance of evidence now. Also, hopefully you realize things change depending on how you look at them. People, too. We never really know if our clients are guilty or innocent.
Mia, oh, yeah, Mia. Mia's really good, too. Oh, I don't know if I mentioned this, but Sholmes is really good looking, too. I love Sholmes. I feel like he's probably the most, besides Benedict Cumberbatch, I feel like he's the most handsome Sherlock Holmes version.
We never really know if our clients are guilty or innocent. All we can do is believe in them. And in order to believe in them, you have to believe in yourself. Right. Listen, learn, grow strong. Never let go of what you believe in. Never.
Oh my gosh, yep. Yeah, Ashley too. Oh my gosh. Yeah, Gina Lestrade was pretty nice looking too.
Well, I think our work here is done. Shall we be off?
Yeah, I guess so.
Say, how about dinner? On me. We'll drink a toast to innocent butts.
Yeah. Oh, speaking of Harry.
You were saying part of why you became a lawyer was because of him?
Yeah, part at least.
Well, let's tell me more about it sometime. Maybe
over drinks? Oh my gosh, she is so into Phoenix. And so my first trial came to a close. Larry slapped me on the back and said, "Gee, Nick, it's good to have friends." But I'm pretty sure he's not going to pay us. Unless he counted the clock and gave Mia. I didn't know it then, but that clock was soon going to be at the center of another incident. And my promise to tell the chief about me and Larry would be one promise I wouldn't be able to keep. Yep. Exactly. Alright, well, I think that's gonna be it for me tonight. Let me save it here for a sec. I'll save it right here. Yeah, so... Oh. Well, we're gonna have to see the beginning of Turnabout Sisters. So... No. Hello? This is... Oh.
hello? This is...
Oh, gosh. Now I'm gonna have to differentiate her and Mia's voices for this part. You know what? I'm just gonna use my voice as Maya. Hello? This is Maya.
Hey, Maya. It's me.
Mia! What's up? You haven't called in a while. This song. This version of the song is really good. Yeah, it needed autoplay. I kind of agree with that. But yeah, this version of the Turnabout Sisters song is such a good version. Mia, what's up? You haven't called in a while.
Sorry, I've been so busy. How have you been?
Well, lonely, and it's all your fault. Nah, I'm just teasing. I've been great. I'm finally getting used to having my own place.
That's good to hear. Actually, I'm calling because I have a favor to ask.
I know. You want me to hold evidence for you?
Sharp as always. There's a lot of buzz about the upcoming trial. I just don't feel safe keeping the evidence here.
I gotcha. So what is it this time?
It's a clock.
A clock?
Yeah, it's made to look like the statue of the thinker, and it tells you the time. I
thought you might like it. You always like toys. Hey, I'm not a little girl anymore, sis.
Now, you know I'm only teasing. I should probably tell you, the clock isn't talking right now.
Huh? It's not working. That's lame.
I had to take the clockwork out, sorry. I put some papers inside it instead.
Yeah. Although I feel like I really enjoyed the Dual Destinies music. That's probably like the only one that even comes close to the Phoenix Wright trilogy. But the Great Ace Attorney Chronicles music, now that's some good music too. Speaking of, have you heard the version of this that actually has the words to it?
Papers, is that the evidence then?
Oh, sorry, that's my voice. Papers, is that the evidence then?
More than.
Okay, well, I'm assuming this. Nah. Oh my gosh. It's. I think, if I remember right, it's in the credits to this game. Or that might be something else, but I think it's in the credits to this trilogy. I'll play that for after I'm done with this little scene here. But yeah, I think this is supposed to be Maya, or Mia, not Maya.
Well, there's a possibility that might turn out that way, yes.
Can you come by the office tonight? Say 9 p.m.
Can you come by the office tonight, say 9 p.m. to pick it up? I'll be in a pre-trial meeting until then.
Okay, sis, but I expect dinner. Something good. Give me something good. Like burgers. I could really go for a good burger. Now, also, I don't know if you knew this little tidbit, but if I remember right, I think in the Japanese version of this game, Maya liked ramen.
Okay, we'll hit the usual joint.
Alright, it's a deal. Okay, sis. See you soon.
Yep, I'll be waiting.
198 hours. Oh my gosh. That is a long time. Oh, the end case for you was only 12 hours? Wow, I must be really dumb then. Yeah, the last case for me was. Are you talking about the last case of Spirit of Justice?
Yep, I'll be waiting, Maya.
Oh. That case probably took me around 24 to 48 hours to complete. Yeah, 24 to 48 hours. I don't remember the exact time, but I do remember reading that it was the longest case of the series. So what I did was I paid attention to how long I've been playing it for up until that point, and then I just kind of did the math to single out the time frame for that case. So I think it was maybe a little bit over 24 hours fully. Now, Miss Faye, I'll take what's mine. The papers.
I'm sorry, but I can't give you what I don't have.
Miss Faye, you are a poor liar. Why, I see it right over there. That must be the thinker that swallowed those papers. And don't worry, Red White's voice will change when I actually do the case, but we don't know it's Red White at this time, so...
How could you know?
Oh, you're not cogniferous of my background? Gathering information is my business, you see.
I should have been more careful.
Oh, my dearest Faye, I am so very sorry, but I'm afraid I must ask you for one more thing. Your eternal silence. Farewell, Miss Faye. Oh gosh, 187 hours for the Phoenix Trilogy. 3 playthroughs, that's good, yeah. I've probably done about like 5 playthroughs, well, not full playthroughs, but I go back and revisit some cases every now and again. For the investigations, it's 126 hours for 2 playthroughs, yeah. And the greatest attorney is 169 hours for 2 playthroughs. Wow, good for you. It's definitely a lot of time. These games definitely... Oh, got it, yeah. Yeah, that's me too, because I have the Series S of Xbox. So I've played through it a lot on that. I've played it a lot on my Xbox One. And I played through it quite a bit on my computer. But, yeah. These games definitely are worth doing so many playthroughs of. These, honestly, are probably some of the best video games out there. Especially nowadays, with how bad video games are. Okay. Now, since we're here, let's save it here. Oh. Okay, yep. Okay. Now, right after I show you this, I'll be done with the stream, but I want to show you the credits, because I think this is the version that has words to it. I don't know if you've ever seen this. Ugh, yeah. Yeah, right now that seems like how it is. Yeah, I feel like this is probably a good version of this music. I think this... Oh no. Really? Oh. I wonder why they have such a weird time frame for that game. That's just so weird. Okay, but anyway, let me bring up on YouTube real quick, because the version of Turnabout Sisters Seaside Swing. Here we go. Now, hopefully, I don't get copyright claimed for this, but we will be... I want to show you this. Wow. I wonder what the point of that was. Like, well, why is that so far ahead of real time? That's so interesting. Okay. Now, let me mute this real quick. Now, I don't know if you've... Let me bring up... What did I set? Oh, yeah, okay. I think... Okay, yeah, let me... Let me... Give me 1 second. Bring it up in a second. Okay. Now, I'm going to show you... Phoenix claims to have 10 years of experience being a lawyer. Yeah. Yep. Yeah. More time being a pianist. Okay. Now, anyway, I'm not sure... Look, I think you said you haven't seen this, but... Or heard this. But this is the Turnabout Sisters with actual words to it. Give me 1 second. Turns out I didn't have my microphone set up on the screen. So give me 1 second. Okay, how about now? Can you hear me? I am so sorry about this. Like I said, I'm still kind of new, so I just set up this screen part of it today. So is the stream still on for you? Okay, perfect. Okay. Now here's this version of it. This is definitely a weird version, but I can't say I hate it. Make sure that's up. Yeah. Turn up OBS just a smidge. Okay, there we go. Have you heard this version of it yet? I think you said you haven't, but now you haven't? Okay. Definitely has a weird feel to it, doesn't it? I wonder what their thought patterns were when they were doing this. Definitely reminds me of like Super Mario Sunshine music. And that just goes to show you how old I am. Super Mario Sunshine was my game when I was a kid. Yeah. Yeah, Persona music too. Yeah. Alright, anyway, let me bring the stream back up, or the Phoenix Wright screen, and we will... Sorry to end it after the first case, but I have been streaming for about 4.5 hours now, so let me turn on the Phoenix Wright music. There we go. Let's turn it back down on OBS. There we go. Yeah, so hopefully you enjoyed yourself in the stream, Knife King. Hopefully it was what you were looking for. I definitely had a blast talking with someone who knows these games, about the games now. Good. Yeah, I hope so too. I know I'm gonna be playing it quite a bit. I just have kind of a weird stream schedule. So usually I'm on around like 8:30, 9, 10ish, around like Pacific time. So I don't know whatever that is for you, but I'm usually on around this time. I might come back on tomorrow if you have anything going on tomorrow night or whatnot. Oh, yep, yeah. Good for you, yeah. These, I feel like these games definitely need to be replayed. Probably some of the best, like I said, it's probably some of the best video games out there. Alright, yeah. No pressure, just wanting to invite you back to my channel. But I'm glad you enjoyed yourself. I hope my voices weren't too bad. I know I need to work on those a little bit more, but hopefully they were enjoyable. Yes. Yep. Yeah, me too. It's always so hard for me to remember the names of the cases, but I can never forget what happens in them, especially some of the more memorable ones, like Bridge to the Turnabout in Farewell My Turnabout, and the Turnabout for the Ages, and I forgot, although it's weird because usually I remember last cases of games, but I don't really remember. I know who the culprit is in the last case of Spirit of Justice, but I never can remember that one as much, which is so weird. Yeah. Yep, the extremely memorable cases. Yeah, that's me. For definitely sure. Yeah, the Turnabout Bake Top was not that good. You were saying you hope there's other English people playing this. Have you looked up? There's a lawyer on YouTube who's been playing this. Her name is Michaela. Have you seen her playthrough of these games? Here, just 1 second. Okay, Cub Scouts, yeah. Yeah, I'll link to her channel and mine here, so that way you can check out both of ours. I've like I said, I did stream the first case of Great Ace Attorney Chronicles, so I do have that one out. I have that full stream on my... Oh no, okay, so it's only about like... Yeah, about 6 hours for the first game. But yeah, I have the stream of the first Ace Attorney, or Great Ace Attorney case on my channel. And then, Michaela, she's an actual lawyer. She's been playing through this game. I'll link to her playlist in the, chat real quick. So give me 1 second for that. There's mine. And this is going to be hers. So, hopefully you enjoy Michaela. She's pretty fun. I enjoy watching her play through the games. I haven't really been watching her play... So, she's doing this by game... Not game order, but like... game chronological order. So she played through the first trilogy, the Phoenix Wright trilogy, and now she's playing through Investigations, and then I think she'll play through Investigations 1 and 2, I should say, and then she'll play through, I think, Apollo Justice, and then probably end with the Great Ace Attorney. But yeah, so hopefully you'll have another person to watch. That's what I thought too, but I guess she found Phoenix Wright first. So, oh right, yeah, but sorry, I mean like starting with Phoenix Wright. So like okay, yeah, I don't know how to explain it. So she did Phoenix Wright first, or Phoenix Wright trilogy first. Now she's working her way through both Investigations games. And then probably going to go to Apollo Justice trilogy, and then probably Great Ace Attorney. I could be wrong, but she's working her way through. She just made it to the second case of Investigations 2, I think. The one with Edgeworth's dad. But yeah, so hopefully you can check those out, enjoy those. I don't just play Ace Attorney games. I play, like, IS-7. Okay, perfect. Yeah, so I don't just play Ace Attorney games. I have a few Nancy Drew PC games on my channel. But they're like point-and-click adventure mystery games. Those ones are fun. I was trying to do them in order, but then my computer messed up, and I didn't have it for like 6 months. I don't know what happened there, but I recently just got it back, so I've started streaming and playing those games again, but I don't have some of them in order anymore. But yeah, so hopefully you can look at Michaela, and hopefully you enjoy her as much as I did. That there were some cases I haven't watched yet. I haven't really been watching her play Investigations, or didn't really watch her play Rise from the Ashes. I don't know why, but yeah. So I'm glad you enjoyed the stream, and hopefully you can come back again and we'll go through the cases again. And if you can't come back at any time, I will stream this and download the streams. So I will have those and upload those onto my YouTube. So yeah. Hopefully you'll have plenty of Ace Attorney to watch soon. But yeah, so let me bring up the ending screen here. And possibly warning for like flashing lights if you have anything with that. I might have to redo my offline screen. Hopefully that's yeah, I might have to fix that up a little bit, but for now it works. But yeah, let me make sure. Yeah, okay, my microphone's on here. But yeah, thanks for coming out. I'm glad you enjoyed yourself. And like I said, I hope to see you again some other time. Alright, I think I'm gonna end it here. If I don't change the next one. Yeah, good. I'm glad you enjoyed the chat. Yeah, it was definitely fun talking with someone about Eighth Attorney. Because my friend here, my other friend here that's moderator, she doesn't know much about these games. So it's nice to go in and go through these games with her. But it's also glad to have someone who knows these games and to talk about. So yeah, thanks for stopping in. It was really fun. I'm glad you found me. And I guess I'll see you whenever you come on next. Alright. See ya. Thanks for stopping in again.